everybody. Welcome back to the Chasing Chip podcast. We haven't been on here for a while, man. We have been here for a minute. The last time we were on, they were in the middle of the NBA Finals. We had so much going on for both of us, but we decided to get back on in the middle of this whirlwind of a day that has been with trades and all this stuff since the end of the playoffs. But first off, we have to say congratulations to the Nuggets. You're officially out of the Chasing Chip fan club. You won your chip. We no longer, you're not a member anymore.
You got it.
Yep.
They won.
Yep.
Congratulations. It's really cool to see, though, that another team that's never won before gets that title, So it's good to see.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that we can get one eventually as well.
Look at your team is stacked. Well, just three guys and
I don't know about stacked.
Yeah. Heavy.
We'll see.
Heavy.
You got to fill out the roster. That's what it is.
Heavy. Top heavy, let's say it like that. Your team is top heavy, which is still a good bone structure to win the championship. You just gotta fill out the rest of the roster. And that's probably everybody should know by now. Bradley Beal is on the Suns. You guys gave up 10 picks and don't have a draft pick to the 2031, which is wild to think about. You might have a kid by then.
We'll probably trade for some.
Man, really?
If it comes down to it, especially with this second apron and stuff, you think that we're gonna have to get creative with filling out the roster, and that's gonna involve probably some draft prospects eventually. So if need be, we'll trade or we'll give some cash for picks. But I don't know, James Jones, he never really is into the draft at all. So.
Mm-hmm. So what
He's
is
gone
your
on record saying?
But what is your take on it? On getting Bradley Beal? What's the feel? Were you happy, sad? Were you like, well, you could have had Jordan Poole?
I'm biased though. I'm from St. Louis, so I'm biased. I love to see Bradley Beal on the Suns, and we also got that dude Goodwin as well, who's like a young prospect from SLU, which is St. Louis University. So we got two guys from St. Louis in that deal, and it's great. I actually think that you have to understand what our options were, right? Our options were either to stretch Chris Paul, waive him and stretch him, and then stretch him to the next 5 or 6 years and just, pay the minimum, which is probably $3 or $4 or $5 million per year, and then try to fill in the rest of the roster with the money you save. Or we could have kept Chris Paul, which very expensive, $30 million. As we went over before, we're not winning the championship if we're paying Chris Paul $30-something million at age 38. That's just not a formula for success. So trading Bradley Beal was the other option, and trading Chris Paul was the other option. And it's an upgrade. We gave Landry Shamet some who care draft picks bundled up with Chris Paul to get Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are all friends. You can argue that they have similar attributes, but people forget that Bradley Beal played off ball when John Wall and him were in their primes, and Bradley Beal I would say still is somewhat in his prime, and I think Bradley Beal can play off ball. I think Booker can play point. You see it in the playoffs how well he played when he was a point guard, and then Kevin Durant's going to bring up the ball too. So we have three players that can bring up the ball, no problem. So I like our aggression here. Matt Ishbia had mentioned that if we're going to surpass the second apron with this new CBA regulation, let's blow right through it, So he's got the money to spend. He's willing to spend it, much different than previous Robert Sarver, the owner for the Suns, who's a piece of shit. And it's good. I think that now we have our offense. Now we have our third scorer, and I would prefer us to trade Ayton to fill out the roster. Some people are saying, no, let's bring Ayton back. I don't know about that. I think that he's going to complain even more now that he's definitely not getting the ball.
He's definitely not getting more touches.
We need a dog. We need to fill the roster with size and defense. And then if we do that, I think we're good. I think we're one of the top contenders.
Hey, yeah, I welcome the Aiden trade. Go ahead and send him our way. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you Marcus Morris.
What's up with Zubac? You would trade
Nah.
Zubac for Aiden?
Mm,
I would trade you
I,
Zubac. I don't even know. I even have the math
I
in front of me. But
I
like
don't know
just talent
either how
wise,
that would. Yeah, math
would
wouldn't
you
work.
do Zubac and Terrence Mann for Aiden?
I would.
See, I would like that.
I
I'd be
would.
down for that.
I would. I think something about a high flying like
High flying?
center.
Did you
High
say high flying?
I didn't mean high
Aiden's not
flying.
high flying,
Not
bro.
high
One
flying.
thing
He
you
can
realize
still.
about watching, I've watched Aiden for the past like 5
I.
years, every game, and the
Mm-hmm.
guy cannot jump very high. I don't know if it's just like the
I don't
weight,
think it's. I think it's just
his
effort.
athleticism.
I think he jumps high enough. But anywho, not to get bogged down with like how high he jumps. I just think I think what I want is an athletic big. You know what I'm saying? I think Zubac's fantastic. I love Zubac, but if we keep Zubac, I'm cool with that. But for me, I think the Clippers need a athletic power forward, like a John Collins. I think fits really well in our offense. I think that's what the Clippers need. I think all
Yeah,
these rumors and all these other stuff going on, and us getting Michael Brogdon for a little bit, and then figuring out
Malcolm.
that he's
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then
Then his
his
injury, what his
injury,
injury, right?
yeah, his injury, and that's why we said we no to it.
Mm.
I didn't really wasn't happy about that trade anyway because he was another guard just added to the a roster full of guards. We don't need no more guards. We're straight on
Yep.
guards. We need a
Yep.
power forward. We haven't had a good power forward since Blake Griffin. You know what I'm
What
saying?
about Batum? You don't fuck with Batum?
I do like Batum, but he's old. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good. Like,
Okay.
but he has his highs and lows. In the playoffs, like I
Mm.
said, he didn't even show up for most of the games. If he showed up in that round against y'all, we might have won. I think one or two more. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
I don't think we win the series still, but
Yeah.
I think one or two games where we were actually in the game at the end and Batum would have showed up, we would have won
Yeah.
those games. But I believe that for the Clippers, the biggest thing is getting a power forward. I could care less about any other thing that goes on with this team. If we don't get a power forward, I just don't think we have enough to beat the Nuggets, who I feel like
Yeah, I feel the same way.
after
Honestly,
all these everybody moving around, the Nuggets to me is still the best team in the league.
yeah, I think the Nuggets are the best team in the league, and I also think that it's important for teams that want to contend to have size at the four in particular, and that's why, like as a Suns fan, I also want to pick up a power forward. I wouldn't mind a John Collins as well. I don't know how John Collins stacks up in like defense. I don't really pay attention. I do know that he's an athletic big though,
That's
so he's
it.
a high flyer. So I would love a big guy like that to take off the load for KD. I would love for KD to move to the three. Put Book at the point, Beal at the two, and then KD at three, and then we need to get like an athletic big at four, and then fill in the blank at center.
Yeah.
Like someone that's just like a Zubac-esque type player that's solid, but not, just a rebounder. I just need a rebounder.
Yeah, and that's why I believe I'm with you with the Aiden trade because when you got three scorers like a Bill, KD, and Booker, you don't need another scoring big man. That's why Zubac is so
Right.
perfect for the Clippers. He gets his 10 and 10. He gets his 12 and you know what I'm saying? He gets his double, and that's great for us. We need somebody that's going to, hustle, be hard-nosed, and do what they have to do. We don't need him scoring 20 points. We don't need a player that's asking for the ball. We might call a few plays for you, but you don't need to ask for the ball. And Aiton's going to have that trouble with this team that you guys have assembled. Now, the thing about what's crazy to me, like I really thought, like okay, like if we couldn't get Brogdon, like why couldn't we just trade to the Wizards and get KP Porzingis? And I was like, do I really want Porzingis? And I was like, I don't know. He's just another injury prone guy that it's nice. He can shoot it. He can go to the rack.
One of the best years of his career last year.
He did. You know what I'm saying? But that was him playing once again in Washington. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No one's really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really paying attention to you. When you played in New York, you were all right. You okay. Played at Dallas, you were one of the top two players. And then you went to Washington, you became like the third guy, and you were cool, which I think he fits as the third guy for the Celtics. But I just think LA would have been probably too much for him.
Maybe. I don't know. Boston is a good fit, I think. If Kristaps is healthy, then yeah, it's a good fit. But it's just about that health, right?
But giving him Marcus Morris?
Oh, Marcus Smart, you mean?
Marcus Smart, jeez.
Yeah, I think Marcus Smart is like the identity of that Celtics team. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
But I do like Marcus Smart on the Grizzlies.
I
Like that's a fun team now.
They
And
press
I mean
that
it's always
upgrade
been a
button.
fun team to watch, but it's like they're doubling down on defense and aggression, you know?
They
And hey, it could work
they
out for them, you know?
they pressed the upgrade button. They had a Dylan Brooks. He's okay as a defender. You know what I'm saying? And then they pressed that and got Marcus Smart. I mean, I think the Grizzlies are definitely going to have a better year because of that. But Marcus Smart might keep them, afloat, help them keep them afloat mentally till
Yeah.
Ja gets back. You know what I'm saying? Which they also all they need to do is just be floating around that 6 to 8 range all a while.
Yeah.
While he's gone and Ja comes back, they can probably make that jump. So I think that was a good. I think for me, I think the Grizzlies won that trade. I don't think. I
Never
don't.
a dull
I don't.
moment in the NBA, you know?
No,
Like
not at all.
like a week later, this whole bombshell of Bradley Beal getting traded a week later after the like championship, you know? So it's just never a dull moment.
Yeah, it started with Ja's suspension, and then the Bill trade, and then Bill won it out, and now here we are with Chris Paul getting traded to the Warriors from the Wizards for Jordan Poole, and we're like, everybody's like, first reaction was like, what? Chris Paul and CP, Chris Paul and Steph playing together. The crazy thing that I've been talking about with my Warriors friends is that death lineup. The end of the game is going to be kind of wild. If Chris can survive and play and be not injured in the playoffs, having CP, Steph, Clay, Wiggins, and Draymond, that fourth quarter is crazy. That's a you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that Chris Paul is solid. Does Chris Paul
Right.
move the needle personally as a Suns fan, as a jaded Suns fan? Uh,
Jaded. Very jaded.
I don't think so. For the Warriors team, like I think it's fun, but like when it matters most, what's happening?
Who
Prove me
knows?
wrong.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. At the end of the day, and I live in this world of if they're healthy,
Yeah, you're a
we're
Clippers
great.
fan. You get it.
I live in the world of if they're healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's where I've been at for the past 5 years, 6 years, maybe more since Chris Paul's been on our team. So I would say like
Right.
7 years I've been in the world of if we're healthy. You know what I'm saying? I
And
said
he's a
that every
defensive
year.
liability nowadays. Like he really is. He used to be a tremendous defender, but that's just not him anymore. And he's a liability. And we're like, if Warriors and Suns match up in the playoffs, we're ISOing Chris Paul for sure. So, he might be able to get some good looks in and pass the ball to the right. I think surrounding him with shooters makes a lot of sense. But
But
do I think it moves the needle? Do I think it like makes them a championship contender now? I mean, the Warriors have been a championship contender, but like honestly, I would have rather had Jordan Poole. I know that like without the drama, like the drama and stuff like
drama.
that is a consideration. But like if there was no drama and the whole thing with Draymond and Jordan Poole didn't
That's
happen, that they're not trading Jordan
Yeah,
Poole
for sure. They're not
for Chris
trading him. But
Paul.
that's a big if. You know what I'm saying? That drama is the main reason. You had to pick. They had to pick
I think you
Draymond
could
or
have got
the
more. I think you could have got more for Jordan Poole, like a younger prospect. Like how like
that
you're not how many years of Chris Paul are you gonna get?
I mean, at least two
Like you're
more.
trading a young prospect that's like an elite player and has like
That
a high ceiling for Chris Paul, who's
I
38
don't
years old. Like I
yeah,
don't really
but
get that, but I understand. I understand that it might work for like the current moment. But
yeah, and that's what the Warriors are on right now. They're on a win now type of thing. They know soon as Steph says I'm done or Steph says I'm good, like it's a wrap for them. Like it's not they gonna have to start all over. It's simple as that. Like it's
yeah,
not really you can't I think right now the league is a win now. Like you gotta win now. You gotta try to win every single year, especially with the guys we got. Especially look at it. The Warriors, Lakers, Clippers, Suns, all the guys are pretty old. They're on the upper echelon of older. They're not young. You know what I mean? Your team, Bill, kind of old. Devin Booker's the youngest person.
Bill just turned 30. He ain't
He just
old.
30. Come on, man.
What do
It's
you mean?
not old. It's not old. I understand. In real, and bro, 30 years old in our years, in real life years, is not old. But 30,
He's 20. Yeah, he's 29.
the 30 in the league though, is like you on your way.
Yeah, we're not a young
Your
team,
prime,
that's for sure.
your prime is
Minus
not anymore. You're on the tail end of your prime. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. We're not going to see a lot of guys that end up being like a LeBron. There's not a lot of LeBrons out there, bro. There's not. There's not a lot of people that's going to have a LeBron year 20 still averaging 20 something, almost 30 points a game. We're not going to see a lot of people doing that. You know, Steph might be one of them guys that can keep doing that. You know what I mean? Because he can shoot ridiculous amount like out the.
How old is
It's
Steph?
crazy.
Steph's like 33 or something.
Yeah. He's pretty old too. So in basketball years, people, not in real life year. 30.
Yeah. So what's up with all this Paul George talk about you guys trading him potentially?
Look at here. This is a very funny thing that's been happening, and I think it's just really ridiculous. I don't understand why people think the Clippers will trade Paul George. And I think it's, first off, Mark Stein said this and started the whole thing that we're gauging and all this stuff. I don't believe any of that. The first off, it started as when the Trailblazers were saying they were looking for players like a Paul George or Bam to pair with Dame, and that like turned into Paul George or Dame. I mean Paul George or Bam for the third pick, and I was like, where do people feel like this makes sense for the Clippers to trade one of our best players for an unknown player? You know what I'm saying? And you know, I keep coming back to this. We're about to enter a new arena next season. Not this coming season. Next season after that. You think we're going to enter the season with no stars? LA is a very fickle place to be at. You need some stars to put some butts in the seats. That would be a very empty stadium if we ain't got no Kawhi or PG on the team. And I'm going to keep saying, you can hear all the rumors you want. They're going to be on the team for that first season there. After that, hey, I don't know. After that first season in a new building, hey, bro, I don't know. But all these rumors I've been hearing of him going, and it's always funny that it's always PG, which is wild to me. He's been an all-star, been playing great for us, and we're like, yeah, let's give him up because he's playing so well for us. Let's give Kawhi, who hasn't played that much, has been injured, never is heard of any of these rumors. So no one ever even calls to ask the Clippers, are you going to give up Kawhi? Come on, man. It's like he's untouched. And for me, that's unbelievable. How can we always rumors every single year is always around PG, but never around Kawhi? And that just makes me go, y'all just making up stuff out of thin air. So once again, I'll never see them moving. And for me, if the Clippers trade one of them without one of them asking for a trade, the other one's going to leave. They're simple. They came in together. If me and you said, hey, Josh, we're going to go play for this team. We go play for them. And then a team trades me without asking me, what you going to do? You going to be like, I'm going to stay without my friend? No. You're going to be like, you sent him away. I don't mess with y'all no more. I'm gone too. Send me somewhere else. That's how it's going to happen. So whatever, if they do trade one of them without any of their permission, we're going to go back to the depths of sucking again. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. It's just, where LA is not a place to be where you suck. Well, people already don't respect us like crazy out here, but then to suck will be even, that'll be an empty stadium. People would just be paying for tours of the stadium. I was just telling my wife, she was saying, people will rather pay to get a tour of the stadium than pay for a ticket to go see the Clippers play if Kawhi and PG is not on that team when they go into that stadium.
Yeah. That's true.
We just saw the number 2 pick, Bradley Miller, just say his GOAT is PG. Carmelo's son says his GOAT is PG. A lot of these young players,
which just sucks. Like he's throwing shade to Michael Jordan.
No,
Michael Jordan,
bro.
Wow,
he is. Remember, he's 18, bro. He's 18. You got to think about it. No.
It's Michael Jordan.
But I understand. But 18-year-olds are not watching Michael Jordan like we watch Michael Jordan. They're just barely watching Kobe. Jason Tatum's GOAT is Kobe. Right?
Yeah.
LeBron's GOAT was Magic and Jordan. As you can see, LeBron's been in the league 20 years. Jalen's been in the league, 8 years? And that's Kobe's his GOAT. PG is PG's GOAT is Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So after that, it makes sense that the GOATs are GOATs for these younger kids are younger-esque players. Michael Jordan's not gonna be these young an 18-year-old saying their favorite player is Michael Jordan. I'm gonna be like, okay, is your dad's favorite player Michael Jordan? That's the only reason why Michael Jordan is your favorite player. Like right now, Aaliyah is 4 years old. Her favorite player is Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant. And that's probably because I show her those videos of those three people. But I best believe it will change when she gets older. Those won't be her GOATs when she gets older.
Yeah, I think it's just strange to throw shade. You wonder if he doesn't want to be with the Hornets and he like prefer to be the Trailblazers, and that's why he's making those comments.
But he did say LeBron isn't his GOAT, isn't the GOAT of basketball though. He
Who
said
is?
no. Brandon said LeBron is not the GOAT of basketball, and my
Who
GOAT
did he
is
say
Paul
was?
George. You know, he said LeBron is not
His GOAT is Paul George, or like his favorite player.
His GOAT. So his favorite player, and when
that's insane to say. Like that's just dumb. I don't think he thought that through. Like the greatest of all time. So he's saying like I don't think he understands what the word GOAT means. Like
it's not the same anymore.
I think that he thinks is like, oh, this is my favorite player, but like GOAT does not mean favorite player. GOAT means greatest of all time. You know, so it's like to say Paul George is the greatest of all time. Are you sure about that?
And I want to tell you this right now, bro. I have a 13-year-old. Lingo that we use in our prime, in our teenage years, is not the same to these younger guys.
Lingo. It's about like definitions.
They're using the word GOAT. I mean, it is a definition, but they're to them. They think about
abbreviation of greatest of all time. Like it's not. There's no question.
They've turned it to make
it wrong.
They turned it to making it personal. They go, my GOAT of all, like, so their greatest of all time player is this. My greatest all time player is Michael Jordan.
Even if it is his preference, like if it's his personal GOAT, it's still foolish because like, so you don't think like accolades matter at all. Like you don't think like achievements matter at all. Like no offense to Paul George. I like Paul George. I think he has a great game, but like to say he's the greatest of all time in any context is ridiculous.
They don't, bro. They don't care about accolades. That's the one thing I do like about them, that younger generation, is that they just care about what's going on the court. Our generation care about accolades too much. You know what I'm saying? I would say we care about it too much. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we look at Tim Duncan has 5 chips, and we don't ever mention him in the GOAT conversation for some odd reason. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Now,
yeah, people that don't know ball, maybe.
Wilt Chamberlain is one of the best players ever, but we say he's not the GOAT because he played with whacker players. We make all these. So what the younger generation has done, they just taken away all championships. Well, they don't care about that. They just care about how you look on the court, and that's what they determine as the GOAT. And I mean, Andre Iguodala called PG one of the most talented players to play in the league. You know what I'm saying? I for me personally, my GOAT, like even though Michael Jordan was the guy, my GOAT, like I was watching him, I had my hair braided like him, is Allen Iverson. I thought Allen Iverson was the greatest player in the world growing up. There was I had a page printed out of 16 different braided hairstyles he did, and I would take it to the beauty shop and pick one every single time I got my hair braided when I was a teenager. That's how deep it was with me and Allen Iverson. Like, bro. Like,
I think mine was probably Kobe. You know, I obviously love Steve Nash. Like, Steve Nash is the reason, like, one of the main reasons why I'm a huge Suns fan in the first place. But there's no doubt that Kobe was just on a different level and was looked upon as, like, the god of basketball whenever I was watching basketball. You know, Michael Jordan was obviously amazing, but, like, that wasn't necessarily my generation. Like, watching those games too much. It was more like Kobe. Kobe just was dominating all the time.
All the time. And I see Steve Nash's game in your game, though. That's what I think the most of. Yeah. Like, I feel like when you look at somebody's game, you kind of, how they play, you go, okay, who's your GOAT? You play like your GOAT. Like your personal GOAT. Like, this is the person you, like, studied and, like, oh, I want to play like him. You play more like, you know, because same thing. Kobe and MJ were like, man, I don't think I'll ever be that good, but because they're so like they're 6'6", they're 6'8". I can't really I can't really shoot over people like them. I can't play basketball like them. So we kind of, like guys that are kind of shorter. You know what I'm saying? Yours is Steve Nash, mine Allen Iverson. I believe how Allen Iverson was able to play against big men is the same way I love to play against big men. How he dove, how he fought, how he played through injury. Like I love doing that. I have a high tolerance for injury. But like for you, the little shifty fadeaways you be doing to get to the cup, you finish around the cup very nicely, like a Steve Nash. So it makes sense that you say Steve Nash was your GOAT because that boy was nice. You know what I mean? Let's not be.
It's fun. It was fun watching him growing up, and he's just textbook, and just also he's a high IQ, and maybe doesn't have the athletic wherewithal that a lot of other players have, but he using that mind power.
You're describing yourself, friend.
So, yeah, nowadays definitely don't have that athletic wherewithal. Yeah.
I played yesterday. I played in the game yesterday.
Nice.
Finally got back out there.
We're at that one spot, the same spot.
Yeah, no. I played in the league I'm in. I missed 8 games.
You in a league?
I'm in a league. I missed 8 games with an ankle injury because I'm 35,
Damn.
so it takes a long time to get back to 100%. But yeah, man, it was really fun because I've learned that have you realized that when you play with younger guys, you just see the game slower? Like it's wild with me. Like everybody's like. And the thing is that the things you do, they're like impressed by like, oh my gosh, how did you see that? I'm like, you didn't see that? Like you didn't see the back screen coming? You didn't see the guy about to fade over the corner for a steal? Did you not see the guy going that way? And that's why I went to the other. Like these things, like I can score.
One thing I've learned with like playing with young kids, like nowadays, and I'm talking about kids like probably 18 to mid 20s. That's what I consider kids because I'm 33. So is that they are like the one aspect that I think I probably use to my advantage is like the physicality thing. Because I feel like when as you get older, you start to understand the value of being physical and like drawing contact and stuff. And these kids, they're very like sensitive to someone like bumping them or like hand checking them. And in modern NBA, it might be a foul, but I'm going to like tread that line with you because, like, because I don't give a fuck and I'm older, and it's just like, that's what's funny is that then they get frustrated and then it's like, okay, now I can like, tool them up kind of thing. So that's always fun. Just like, pressing that button every once in a while and like drawing, like for example, when you drive into the basket, really like leaning your shoulder into them before you to create that space, like they're not expecting that. They're expecting like a finesse or like, a jumper or something like that. So it's always fun with these young bloods. Like
it's funny, and
shoulder.
I agree because the first time you do that bump and layup, they get real aggressive the next time down on defense. Then they want to be like up on you. They want to start like bringing aggression. You're like, oh, okay, now I got you. I'm just gonna back you down. And then if no one comes to help you, I got you because I know you jumping. Like I back the last night it happened. Dude was all aggressive. I was like, oh, okay. Everybody's like, oh, he's being aggressive. I'm gonna pass the ball. I'm like, I'm not passing the ball. I'm just gonna back him down. I fake the right. Hakeem pump fake. He jump foul. Got to the free throw line, bro. Like I'm like you now you're overly aggressive, and I'm gonna use that against you. Like it's great.
Are you in this league by yourself, or do you have friends that are in this league? Or
no, I
just showed up in this league.
Yeah, I just picked I know the guy that was running the league for the over here in Echo Park.
Is it good competition?
Yeah, it's solid. It's solid. We're last. Like we had to win by double. We had to win by 11 points yesterday to make the playoffs because the league we won by 12. Then we had and so we make the playoff, but we put the number 1 seed. The reason why I wasn't going to the games is because we record the podcast on the same day as the games. So this one we didn't have to record, so I was able to go. Yeah, so I wasn't so I wasn't able to do it. So now that I get to do one of the games, I'm like, all right, cool. Hopefully the playoff games, I get to go to some of them. I think a little bit earlier, get to try to make them because I mean, I personally I'm not afraid of anybody in this league, so that's like, all right, this is cool. But I
Dunking and
think
shit, or like, is it kind of mellow?
I think the number one team, I have somebody on the team that can dunk.
Okay, but they're
But
not like throwing down and shit. All right, that's my
no,
that's my
that's
that's my crew right there. Like
yeah.
that's my indicator to know like what the competition level is. If we got people like throwing shit down and stuff, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll be like, better than the average player, but like I'm not like I'll throw some. I do like I don't think I've ever thrown an alley oop to anyone like in a game,
Oh
and I would
man,
love to do that.
it is
There was the
great.
one time at Venice where it was I gave the perfect oop to someone on Venice Beach, and the guy was throwing down all day, and just I don't know what happened. He fumbled it
Missed
up
it.
top. I was like, damn, I was looking to check that off my bucket
I'm gonna
list
tell
up
you right
there.
now, if you can get somebody there and
What's
play,
up, Aaliyah?
he said she can't hear you, but say hello
Hi.
here. Uh
Ah.
huh. So if you do get somebody that can like talk, like I played the last time I won a championship in the league, I had a 6'10" guy on my team and I had a 6'6" guy on my team, and it was the best team I've ever played with in my life. I was
Yeah.
like, this is how it feels to play with tall players. Like in high school, the tallest person I had was 6'5". You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't jumping out the gym. You know what I'm saying? Was 6'4", so he wasn't like jumping out the gym or anything like that. And that's my best friend. Like he just started dunking his senior year at that time. But like this is the first time I had 6 foot something like, and I was like, this is easy. Oh my gosh. You can play defense up. It's a whole different game when you got 7-footers or 6'10" dudes playing behind you. Or when you drive to the cup, they can't double you, so it's an easy layup. If they come and help, you got a layup or alley for a dunk. It's the greatest feeling in the world. I'll never forget being on that
He was out
team.
there to LA for this. I'm going out there from 23rd to the 3rd. So
Oh, hold on. Don't tell people when you leave. No, you're not. 20th or 3rd win. We don't know yet. Don't
what's
know
that?
what month.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Someone will
Don't
find
want
us?
nobody. Yeah, don't want nobody. Nothing. Yeah, you can't put that type
They
of
don't give a
energy.
shit. You don't care.
Yeah.
I ain't
Obviously,
famous.
obviously, they see it, the episode when we are sitting next to each other that you're not at the crib anymore.
Right.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
for
I don't
sure.
know. You got any drafts? You got any draft picks? Clippers?
Yeah. I think we have one in the freaking first round. I think NBA
Yeah,
draft.
I think we got a late one, and then we don't have one till like 2029 or something. I don't know.
It's
But
2031.
I mean, my only thing is that like I hope for either an Aiton trade, and I would love to get Imani Bates. Him and KD are boys. He's from Michigan, or is he from Michigan, or he played in Michigan at least? And Matt Ishbia, Devin Booker, they're all Michigan guys. So I would love Amani Bates on this team to come off the bench and just like be a scorer and do your thing, go wild. But I think everyone's interested in Imani Bates. Like, that's going to be in the 30 to like, I think it's
He
going to be like
is.
25 to like 40 range.
Oh yeah, let me
If we're
see.
going to be
Let's
drafting.
see what the mock draft. We're going to end it with that, even though it's coming out already. It'd be out there. I
Yeah.
mean, I think we got 30th pick, and they have us getting Bryce. I don't
Go
know who
get
this
Imani
is.
Bates, bro. I think
They,
that
I
kid's going
think,
to be a stud, bro.
I think so too. I think if people keep on talking, listening to his background, that they are gonna lose out. But as of right now,
Who gives
he's
a
dropping
fuck?
to the second round. Like he's not even looking at this draft board. He ain't even in the first round.
Yeah, I know, which is stupid.
It's
I
very
think
stupid.
I think he is definitely a top 30 prospect.
I do too.
So I think that it's dumb. But hey, let him drop. Let the Suns pick him up, dude. I would love that shit.
Uh, oh come on!
They got him
They,
going.
they got him going
Good.
55 in round 2 to the Pacers.
Yeah, they got in this one. They got him going 49 to the Cavs, dude. Hey, that's perfect. Suns are sitting at where are they sitting? Damn, we're
Second
down.
round
Yeah,
52.
we're sitting at 52, baby. All right. Let's go. I think. I mean, fucking James Jones never pays attention to the draft at all. So Who
I
knows
think
what
he
the
plays
fuck's
a
gonna
talented
happen?
talent though. If Imani is sitting down there, I can't see him. Why not? Like, why not pick him? He could come and sit. Like, bro, come and sit and chill out and learn from KD and Booker
No,
and
he definitely
Beal.
gets some playing time. People gonna learn how good that kid is for sure.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he's gonna get some like nice playing time. Like, but like, it ain't
They
gonna be.
got the
He ain't gonna have
Thompson
no.
brothers going 4 and 5.
Yeah, man. So
That's
it's gonna
cool.
be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting draft, bro. It's gonna be an interesting day. Period. Probably have 5, 10 more picks go crazy after this. So it's all
Yeah,
gravy.
there's about to be some trades, I think.
But we'll
I
catch
hope.
you. Next episode will be in
Yeah.
person in LA. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll try to record some of our ball. We're gonna play on like a Monday, I think, for sure. So record, try to throw that in the episode or something like that. Let's see if I can set something up. Maybe mic us up and everything. I might get a mic and just mic us up too.
Yes,
I
sir.
have,
Yeah, I need to get a mic, dude. I'm tired of this fucking snowball.
yeah, I've been looking at it.
Yeah.
The Shure mic is coming down, so price wise. So I might have to go cop one or something like that, so we can be
Okay. Okay.
official.
Okay. All right.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all.
Peace.
Bye.